Sugar Man is just a fantastic piece of cinema and just a riveting tale. You must both be so thrilled with the finished product.
Yes.
Well, I'm thrilled with the response it's getting. It's going to be shown in 84 cities in the States, and we're touring with the film. And the thing is, yeah, a lot of South Africans in the audience are seeing it, and Australians. So we're bringing it here to London for them to see it. We were at the Sheffield Film Festival. We were, and so it's getting some attention.
I mean, not to take away anything from the film, but are you both sort of surprised at the response it's got? Or are you sort of immune to surprises following what's taking place in your life?
Good question. Yeah. Are you?
What?
Immune to surprises after all those strange twists and turns of your life?
I'm immune to surprise. Yeah, I can tell you're a writer. Immune to surprise. No, I'm not immune to surprise. It's quite something. I got my first ride in a Jaguar the other day, and we were driving around and picked up by Lincoln Town Cars, and we're staying at the Mayfield, one of the nicest places I've ever stayed in. So we were getting a lot of care, and so it's a wonderful time to be here in London.
Malik, when you were first sort of discovered the story of Rodriguez, did you instantly think, right, I'm going to make a film about this?
No, not really, but it was supposed to be as a piece for TV, because that's basically what I did before. I never did a film before. But I still felt that there was something really special about this story. I found a few good stories before, so I kind of knew this is what do you need to make a good story. And this was like, if this would have been, it felt like it was scripted. It was like every single, those narrative things you need for making a good fiction film, they were all there, and it was like even too much almost, because if you, as a fiction writer, if you would have written this, it wouldn't have been believable, and fiction needs to be believable, otherwise you don't buy the story. And this is true. So I mean, I'm sorry, this is the way it happened. It sounds like someone dreaming it, and it's really is like Cinderella. A man who lives his whole life without knowing that he's a superstar, and then he learns about it and actually gets it's like the Truman Show, this film by Jim Carrey.
Well, it's the theme of rags to riches that Malik Bendjelloul is talking about, Cinderella. Well, it's not about riches to rags, so it's an interesting theme.
And are you going to find it difficult to do another documentary after this? Because, I mean, finding a story with this kind of...
I know.
I mean, the standard's been set so high.
I know, that's hard. It's hard. It is. I mean, I think you need a story that is as good as this to be happy working. Maybe you should do fiction then. Yeah. Then you can make it up. But it's... I personally, I don't think I will ever find a story as fantastic as this one, because I don't think there are any.
Rodriguez, when you were first approached about this, did you want to sort of get involved straight away, or did you have any hesitations?
Oh, I was reluctant. I gave Malik Bendjelloul a hard time there, because I thought, well, I'm not visual, I'm musical. And a lot of cats in music think, they're in all the mediums, but I know what I can do, and I do music, and so that's why I was kind of reluctant to be part of that. And I thought he already covered the bases with, because he had Steve Rowland there, he had Dennis Coffey, two amazing people, in music. So I kind of waited, and it wasn't until the last 2 months that I agreed to Malik we should, let's do this. Because he came to Detroit. I told him he should see Detroit in July when it's very, very hot, and Detroit when it's very, very cold in February. And he did that, and I realized, if I was going to get involved, I better do it now. So, and then he submitted it, and it was chosen out of 10,000 entries to win the People's Choice Award in a global documentary, and he got 6 standing ovations at his screenings. So, and it's all Malik Bendjelloul's effort. I'm only in the film of 8 minutes, something like that. So I thought it was pretty amazing.
And since I saw the film, I've been listening to the music, and various other sort of journalists and people I've spoken to have been doing exactly the same.
Research, yeah. Good. That's what, yeah.
Do you think there's a chance that you know, this film and the awareness of you as a musician and your music could actually almost be the kickstart the career that you've always sort of wanted in the UK and the US.
Stefan, I want to mention that we were in LA and we won, Malik's film won an award there as well. And the thing is, we did 50 interviews, and I'm not exaggerating, you know, 50, and a major top, and that's not going to be released until the film comes out July 27th. So this tsunami that's going to hit in this as a result of Sony Pictures Classics and Sony Legacy picking it up, that's a, you know, it's quite a team, and also Simon Chin and John Bassick, who have helped us put this to the public. See, it's just difficult getting wares to the markets. You know, how do you do that? So like that. So it's as difficult a field, I believe, as music. You know.
And the film very briefly touches on the fact that you did come to London at one point.
Oh yeah.
I was just wondering what the cause of the visit was, and if you've been back to London since then until now.
Oh yeah. I recorded my second album here in London, Lansdowne Studios, Lansdowne Road. It's not that anymore, but other people use that studio. But Steve Rowland also, he got the arrangements for the music. He has 4 violin sections, cellos, violas, harps in there, a Stradivarius. I think that's a very persuasive instrument there. And I'm doing it with I'm playing guitar, and the Stradivarius is playing in the back there. And so there's a lot of little elements in there. And Steve Rowland's production, I think, is the reason that it's held up so well, because it's well produced. So for Youngbloods, I think it's investing now because it can last a couple decades or more, you know. So, and now for Youngbloods, there's more markets out there. You know, you don't have to satisfy the domestic market anymore. You have to take your wares to the globe. So I think this film does that kind of thing. But there's a lot of people helping this thing get there.
So just finally then, you know, are you going to be potentially going back into the studio doing maybe a third album, or at least a tour for sort of on the back of this film?
I do hope to record again, and I better do it soon. I realize that, but but it's okay. This is in front of us, and that's pretty much what people are seeing and listening to. So that's what I'm focused on.
Well, good luck with the film. It's brilliant. I can't wait for everyone to see it.
Thank you very much
Thank you.
for the opportunity to interview.